Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Lego Night Reviews. And today, I am reviewing Wicked for Good. Okay, so it's been quite a year since the last Wicked came out. I didn't review movies back then, but if I did, I will let you know right now. I thought the first Wicked was pretty good. For a almost 3 hour long movie, it surprisingly goes on surprisingly quick. Like the pacing on that is pretty good. Um, it's a good movie. It has great music. I will say that. I'm a huge fan of movie musicals and musicals too. Don't get me wrong. I want to I want to learn more about them. After all, I am making my own musical. It probably won't be as good as the other ones though. Let's be honest. So I was never gonna look at Wicked like, ugh, a musical. I'm not that boring. I think musicals can be quite fun, right? One of my favorite like I love Disney movies, and those films are sometimes have the best music in them. As of recently, not that much, but still. But with Wicked, it was like I've never been familiar with the Wizard of Oz stuff. Like I know of the existence of the movies, and my first exposure to the whole Oz stuff was that one Phineas and Ferb parody episode. But with Wicked, it's like this is. I was like, oh, this is fan fiction because I learned about the history a little bit. You know that it was based on a novel from like the '90s that was like a mature take on Wizard of Oz through the witch's perspective, the Wicked Witch, and eventually got adapted into a Broadway show that became like a mega hit. I thought this is fan fiction in a way, and yeah, I was kind of a bit one of the people who was like against this movie, kind of. Not really, not vocally. I think I had like I made like a thread post a while, like a year ago before the movie came out, making fun of it. Sorry, I know. But November came around, and a lot of us in the LYCU server were watching the movie, so I was like, "Screw it, I'll watch it." Um, and when I finished watching it, I was changed for good. And yeah, I became excited, and now we're here with Wicked for Good. You know, we see the conclusion, the epic conclusion, as Universal says. And how is the movie? It's pretty good. I will say that, but weaker than part one. No offense. Now, I know this isn't a unique experience. Everyone has said that all around the internet right now, and it's also a common consent with the Broadway musical that the second act is less good compared to the first. It sucks, but they also did have to follow in line because this is still supposed to chronologically go with the Wizard of Oz movie, or at least the Wizard of Oz story. And in doing so, it does kind of force the story to like move along some stuff quickly and underdevelop other stuff. For instance, uh, with like the introduction, like the Tin Man, spoilers alert. This is a spoiler review. The Tin Man turns out to be Bach, and the Scarecrow turns out to be Fiero. And also the little cowardly lion, who was a punk ass. I will say that. They all had to do with Elphaba's story in one way or another through Shiz. And yeah, it's fun seeing all these little origins, but at the same time, it's like I would have loved to have a little bit extra time with these characters before they went along to do their Wizard of Oz stuff. Because like, yeah, Bach is in like a couple scenes and gets turned into a Tin Man immediately, which yeah, it's horrifying, but I would like to see him like deal with like the whole Nessa stuff. And she also feels a little bit underdeveloped in this movie. But to be fair, no one cares about Nessa. But for the other characters, I would have liked to see a little bit more of before they turn into their characters. And obviously Fiero, but like.
My name is Jonathan Gay, and I'm the sexiest man.
I don't know if I can say anything that won't get this video age restricted, so I'll be tame. But what about the music? So this still is a great musical. It has a lot of good songs, but compared to part one, definitely weaker in sense. Now there's still some really good. There's still some really good hits. All right, No Good Deed is amazing. It like Cynthia Erivo did such a great job just delivering an epic singing performance. right? And like all the Alphabet songs in this film stand out. You obviously have that one. Um, her new song "No Place Like Home," which is just so relevant to right now with all the bullshit that's going on. It's like a very beautiful song. I know it's not. It doesn't have its biggest fans right now, but give it a couple years, I think for sure it'll get the love and praise it deserves. And obviously, there was the main title of the film, "For Good," which okay, it's both an Alphabet song and a Glinda song, which is amazing. But it gets me to my little bit of a complaint with the soundtrack. It's the Glinda songs. I'm sorry. I was not a fan of her songs this time around. I don't know. Not that they were bad. It's just like I personally didn't enjoy them as much, and like the scenes kind of dragged on a little bit. Like I would have loved if like no, what was the song? Her intro song, the nothing can be happier than this. Oh, I butchered that. Anyways, that song I would have loved if like they kind of included a little bit of flashbacks here and there throughout the song while Glinda was in her little pause moment. It's cool. It's a cool cinematic shot, but it's like it kind of does drag on a little. No offense. It's still a good song. Don't get me wrong. And obviously, "Girl in the Bubble," it's good. But like I said, I would have loved if there was like a little bit more movement. Although I could see also why this wouldn't have been as much movement to her, but I would have liked because like compared to Popular, she was more happier around because she wasn't being forced into being a propaganda machine. Meanwhile, in "Girl in the Bubble," she's kind of like breaking free of that. I would have loved if like they kind of did that at the end, have her just jump around on top of furniture and stuff like she did in Popular. Her embracing back her Galindum form. I would have loved to see something like that. But overall, they're still good songs. And obviously, the standout song for me is like "As Long as You're Mine" for obvious reasons. uh, YouTube, why can't I say shit that I want to say? Anyways, but yeah, it's a good movie. I think it has a lot of emotional elements that just help it just hit harder at the end. This film is brutal to Elphaba. Glinda too, but to be fair, a lot of the stuff that happens to Glinda is kind of deserved, unfortunately. Like, and not that I hate her, but like a lot of the conflict comes because of her. No offense, I like Glinda. Don't get me wrong. Glinda's a good character, and I think by the end of this, she's definitely changed for the better. But that's the whole point. She's changed for the better. She did not start off the story nice and happy. She was a propaganda machine, and she really did nothing to stop it. Yeah, she definitely felt horrible that Oz was villainizing her best friend, but she really did nothing to help her case. Same thing with like Fiero. I love Fiero, but he really didn't do much to help Elphaba. And like obviously he did get the happier ending because even then, for what little he did, he still sacrificed a lot for Elphaba. Glinda didn't really make much sacrifice. No offense. I like Glinda, like I said. But yeah, this film is quite saddening. And like I said, that cowardly lion is a cowardly punk ass. Why the come over here interrupting Elphaba while she's trying to sing, while she's trying to finish out a great number, leaning out that high note? How the you come and interrupt that and say, "Oh no, don't listen to her"? Shut the up. You don't fucking deserve to around here with these you fucking. You out here being for Trump essentially in this fucking world. Go eat cowardly lion, bitch. Anyways, I have favorites in this movie, like Fiero. Fiero's awesome. Jonathan Bailey's also awesome. Anyways, that's the end of our review. I would sing songs, but I already sang you 3 songs, and more are coming in the way, by the way. So, yeah, overall, it's a good movie. I would love to see more. Like, they're already saying they're gonna make more Wicked movies, but I don't think this is just a universal thing that I want from them. I want this from like all of Hollywood because it's in the public domain. I would love to see the Oz world get expanded. Like, there's this account on TikTok, on social media called the Oz Vlog. She gives out like she's basically a Wizard of Oz historian, and the amount of stuff she said that like happened in the Oz books, like I want them to like they need to capitalize on this. Like, there's a lot of good story here. Like I don't know how the hell we made stuff like Skibbity Toilet into a grand franchise, but not Wizard of Oz. I know, like, the original movie is respected, but the original movie is not an accurate, like, adaptation. Not that it's bad, but it obviously did its own thing. Like, there's still a lot of lore within the Oz world. I hope they do something with it, not just Wicked. I love Wicked, but Wicked, like I said, is fan fiction. It does its own thing, just like the original Wizard of Oz movie. I think they should do something like that with the Oz world. Make a new, like a franchise with it, because there's a lot of stuff in it. Like, if you want to know more, I'll leave the Oz Vlogs account in my description. She's a great creator. I like her content. Um, but yeah, the Oz world is interesting as hell, guys. I don't know why we haven't gotten anything on it. Anyways, that's another review. I haven't changed for the better. I haven't changed for good. And I can't say anything else appropriate about Jonathan Bailey and Fierro. So, bye.